Just weeks ahead of the Delhi civic polls, Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's Aam Aadmi image has taken a hit. Kejriwal is being accused of putting the burden of his massive legal fees worth over 3 crore rupees on the public exchequer. The BJP is calling it a misuse of taxpayers' money. The Aam Aadmi party says the BJP is simply raking a controversy where none exists.
You will go on defaming and people will be paying for your sins. This is never done.
The Aam Aadmi's chief minister under fire. After using taxpayers' money for party advertising, Kejriwal is now accused of trying to use public funds to fight his legal battles.
Employees involved in the waste management, they are not paying them because they say they don't have money. Now they are making government to pay their own bills.
But AAP is defiant.
बीजेपी वालों ने केस कर दिए मेरे ऊपर। मैंने सबसे बड़ा वकील करा राम जेठमलानी। तो ये कहते हैं राम जेठमलानी की फीस सरकार क्यों देगी? सरकार नहीं देगी तो मैं दूंगा क्या? मैं अपनी जेब से दूंगा पैसे।
The whole controversy kick-started by this letter, written by the Deputy CM of Delhi, seeking a whopping 3.4 crore rupees from the public exchequer for Kejriwal's legal bills, even attempting to bypass the Lieutenant Governor. The BJP was unsparing in its criticism, while AAP called it a political conspiracy.
This is what Aam Aadmi stands for. This is the real character of this party. They said one thing, they promised one thing and are doing exactly opposite.
जेठमलानी जी 1.5 साल से ये मुकदमा लड़ रहे हैं, लेकिन 1.5 साल से ये बात नहीं हुई। आज ये बात हो रही है। क्यों? क्योंकि कल ये लोग बड़ी बुरी तरह से फंस गए हैं। ईवीएम का घोटाला सामने आने के बाद इनके पास कोई जवाब नहीं बच रहा। सारा का सारा मुद्दा इन्होंने पलटने के लिए कोशिश की है।
A document war soon began. The BJP claimed the defendants called the case private in court. On the other hand, Aam Aadmi party said Jaitley regularly referred to Kejriwal as the CM. Kejriwal's expensive counsel said he is ready to fight for free.
If for some reason he is not allowed to pay from the government treasury, I will work free for him if he can't pay fees as an individual. Entire controversy is a controversy engineered and completely abated by Mr. Arun Jaitley.
Not a single penny has been paid yet. Ram Jethnal is not fighting my case. I have got my own lawyers. My lawyer will cross-examine Mr. Arun Jaitley.
Weeks ahead of MCD polls, Kejriwal's legal bills have become a major political flashpoint. Even if he was sued in his capacity as the Chief Minister of Delhi, should Kejriwal really be splurging crores of rupees on just a lawyer? With Anusha Soni, Bureau Report, India Today.
Joining me now on my face-off this evening, Shazia Ilmi of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Ashish Khaitan of the Aam Aadmi Party. Who should be paying for the legal bills of the Delhi government and Arvind Kejriwal? Ashish Khaitan, why should the taxpayer pay for Kejriwal, the defamation case against Arvind Kejriwal? At the end of the day, the case has to be fought surely in his personal capacity.
What is the origin of this dispute? Which fight Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party government was fighting, because of which there are so many cases that have been foisted against Arvind Kejriwal? It was all about the corruption matter. DDCA was steeped in corruption, and it has come out in the report of the High Court and Justice Mudgal in every aspect of DDCA, Delhi District Cricket Association, in selection of players, in building of the stadium, in giving out contracts. The poor man, the poor cricketers, the common spectators, everybody was being cheated for 12 years. And who was at the helm of affairs?
No, Mr.
Arun
Khaitan,
Jaitley.
what about the legal bill?
This is exactly what the Supreme Court is saying.
I asked you a question. Is the defamation case against Arvind Kejriwal the individual or the Delhi Chief Minister?
He has no answer.
Now, 1 minute, let him answer, ma'am.
You have asked me the question. Should I answer?
Yes, please. I'm allowing you to answer.
He's evading the question.
This is because Arvind Kejriwal is...
Yeah, that's the idea.
No, madam, let me respond.
Arvind Kejriwal is fighting this fight against corruption in DDCA.
Right. Yes.
This is because this is exactly why the cases are being foisted against us. Look what we are. If we become Shazia Ilmi and join BJP, then there will be no fight. Because we don't compromise on the issue of corruption. Arun Jaitley was at the helm of affairs, and this is exactly what Arvind Kejriwal said, that there should be an investigation.
Ashish, have some shame.
The inquiry report that was
Shazia,
by the officers of... Let me complete.
Yeah, let him complete, because Ashish, you are not answering. My question is... Shazia, madam, I'm coming to you. My question to Mr. Khaitan is about the money, the fees that you are... that you have to pay to a Ram Jethmalani. Should it be paid by the political party, the individual, or by the state government? That's my question, Mr. Khaitan.
Exactly. So I will come to that. There are two kinds of cases that any public functionary faces. One is personal case and the other is political or the government cases. Can you say that this is a personal case? Arvind Kejriwal was not even politics until 5 years ago. We were not even a political party. It were the young cricketers who approached the CM of Delhi saying that there is corruption in DDCA. It was Bishan Singh Bedi, Kirti Azad, legendary cricketers who approached Kejriwal that please inquire into DDCA. No government for 15 years has looked into DDCA's account. There is corruption. Players were fed up. The future of young cricketers of Delhi was being ruined.
So you're saying...
And that's why we set up the inquiry.
So you're saying the defamation case...
Have you ever heard Rajdeep?
He is not
the
answering,
finance minister
Rajdeep.
of the country,
You've not been able to
lodging
elicit
cases
an
against
answer.
the chief minister.
Can I therefore...
not been able to elicit
one minute now.
Lodging cases against chief minister.
Okay, therefore Shazia Ilmi...
This chief minister...
They have not been able to elicit an answer.
How will he defend himself?
You have failed.
No, Shazia Ilmi...
Rajdeep, you have failed.
No, Shazia Ilmi, I have here the actual Q&A that Arun Jaitley had to face from Ram Jethmalani. In the Q&A at various points, he refers to the Delhi Chief Minister, not to Arvind Kejriwal, the individual. To that extent, the claim being made by the Aam Aadmi Party is that the Delhi government or the Delhi Chief Minister is the one who is in the dock, not the individual. And therefore, the money has to be paid by the government.
First of all, Rajdeep, there was a personal comment about me having joined the BJP. I'm so glad I joined the BJP. And my accusation to you, Mr. Khaitan, is how can you be in this party? It's disgusting and shameful that you retain and continue to be in such a corrupt, deceiving, deception party filled with deception and lies. But this is my remark on your personal comment.
No, let's not get personal.
This case, Rajdeep, it's very obvious that the case is... No, he got personal and you didn't say anything, so I have to defend myself, Rajdeep.
Okay.
My point number 2, if you read carefully the heading, it is Arun Jaitley versus Arvind Kejriwal and others. It is not Arun Jaitley versus government of Delhi. 5 others are not CM of Delhi and nor are they elected representatives of the state. 3, if this is a legal battle that Arvind is fighting because he has made a lot of remarks and allegations, serious allegations against Arun Jaitley and even his family, linking him and his family to some fake companies, because of which there is a defamation case. Why did this happen? Just now Mr. Khaitan was going in the past and talking about the cricketers. Let me also remind him this also happened because Rajinder Kumar, the Chief Secretary's office, was raided. This is the same Rajinder Kumar who was handpicked, despite having a tainted record, by Arvind Kejriwal to be the Chief Secretary. As part of ongoing investigation, when his office was raided, Arvind Kejriwal started crying foul. His hand was caught in the cookie jar. He didn't know what to say. So to deflect, he said, the finance minister, no, let me finish. You want to go to the history? I love to go into the history and chronology of events. So Arvind Kejriwal, to deflect matters, said that this is because we were unearthing DDCA. Something that Kirti Azad was roaming around with these papers for the longest period, which I myself had offered to Arvind Kejriwal 4 years back and Arvind did not even look at. So don't give me all of that, we know better than that. So now to deflect matters, because of Arvind Kejriwal having handpicked a tainted officer, he tried to deflect and started saying and make
raised this 2 weeks
and very serious allegations
this 2 weeks before
corruption.
the Delhi civic elections, ma'am. This defamation case has been going on for a year. The claims made by Mr. Jethmalani for money have been raised several months earlier.
Yes,
2 weeks before the Delhi civic polls, the BJP leaks this information through the LG's office.
Yes, because Manish Sisodia, yes. Yeah, but okay, then why did Arvind Kejriwal's deputy CM write this letter to the audit department saying that this payment should be made, and this, which prompted the Lieutenant Governor to seek the advice of Additional Solicitor General?
Ashish Khaitan.
If he had not written this letter,
Ashish Khaitan,
if
respond. Ashish Khaitan, respond. If any other... Ashish Khaitan, you are an Aam Aadmi, you call yourself an Aam Aadmi party. Do you believe that this is the right step that you all have taken, that you send this report to the audit department, please pay Ram Jethmalani's fees that work to crores and more? There will be those who will say this is an utter waste of taxpayers' money. That if you filed if you have a defamation case against you in your personal capacity, then you must pay for it.
Okay.
Or get Mr. Jethmalani to waive his fees.
Aam Aadmi, because this is the only government in the country, which is working for the common man. We have taken on the Bijli Mafia, the electricity mafia. Today, 400 units of electricity in Delhi, they cost 1300 rupees. They cost 2700 rupees in Maharashtra. They cost 3000 rupees in Madhya Pradesh and even more in Gujarat. We have taken on the water mafia, the tanker mafia. Ma'am, I didn't interrupt you.
Answer the question.
We have taken on the pharmaceutical mafia because we are building the mohalla clinics.
No, those are
all laudable. I am asking about the basic. Miss Ilmi.
How many mohalla
That's
clinics?
Why we call ourselves
How
Aam
many
Aadmi.
mohalla clinics could you have made with 4 crores? Rajdeep, ask him how many clinics they could have made for 4 crores. How many more schools, how many PWD roads could have been made for 4 crores? That is the question. Why give Ram Jethmalani this money? Why don't you make mohalla clinics? Why don't you add more classrooms? Why don't you increase the salary of teachers? Why don't you make public roads? Why do you want to give it to private lawyers? Why don't you have a state lawyer fighting this?
No.
If you want to reduce,
it's not a shouting match. So therefore, Shazia Ilmi, you made your point very strongly. Ashish Khaitan, I will ask you one last time.
I'm asking tough questions.
No, I will ask you one last time, Ashish Khaitan. Do you believe, Ashish Khaitan, that this money could have been better spent elsewhere? Do you believe this money could have been better spent elsewhere, that you didn't need to hire one of India's top lawyers and then pay him a fee through the Delhi government, send it to the audit department trying to bypass the LG's office? Do you think this is the right step in perceptual terms? Do you concede you made a mistake, yes or no?
Now, do me the courtesy of just giving me 30 seconds so I can make my point.
Yes.
This is not the first time that expensive lawyers, top lawyers have been hired by any government. If you remember and just do a Google, that the Gujarat government had hired very expensive lawyers just because they wanted to block the elevation of a judge as Lokayukt. For 12 years, they didn't appoint a Lokayukt. They fought the case right up to the Supreme Court. They filed a curate petition. They spent more than 100 crore rupees because they wanted to block the elevation of a single
This is not the answer to the question.
Lokayukt. More than 100 crores.
This information
is public domain.
Please don't deflect.
Can I complete?
Stop deflecting and answer the question.
Everybody is watching your conduct,
Stop
Shazia.
deflecting and answer the question.
Is this how the spokespersons of sitting ruling party conduct themselves?
No.
That they don't allow others to speak?
No, don't deflect. This is how the spokesperson will deflect and allow the looting of public exchequer to keep happening and keep deflecting opinion. This is what a spokesperson of AAP will do to defend the indefensible and a plunder of the state.
So it is extremely unfortunate that a defamation case or criminal defamation cases.
Full of hubris and arrogance.
It is extreme.
Can I, madam, ask you all both? I have 2 minutes left, so I'm going to ask you all to answer my question specifically. I am going to ask both of you specific questions. Ashish Khaitan, do you believe that your government would have been better off not to hire Ram Jethmalani at a 1 crore plus fee to be paid through the tax system? A better way off would have either to find a counsel who was ready to work for free rather than someone who was going to charge and then bypass systems to get the money paid, yes or no?
Yes, great. It's a good question, Rajdeep. It is extremely unfortunate that elected functionaries and politicians should be fighting their
political... It's a good question, but I don't have an answer.
No, madam, now this is it. Let him answer.
It is extremely unfortunate that... It is extremely unfortunate that it has come down to this, where a sitting chief minister has been dragged to court by the finance minister. Yes, this money could have been spent somewhere else, but not a single penny has been paid to Ram Jethmalani till date. And Ram Jethmalani ji has gone on record to say that 90% of his cases where his client cannot pay, he fight their cases pro bono, and he is going to fight the case for Arvind Kejriwal pro bono because he believes the finance minister.
Let me now ask Shazia Ilmi one final question. Miss Ilmi, would you agree? Miss Ilmi, 1 minute. Miss Ilmi, on the other hand, there are a number of BJP leaders who perhaps, and the case being cited by Ashish Khaitan is of Gujarat, who in the past have also used money from the state exchequer to fight their court battles or battles that they believe concern the state. And many also believe that the BJP, including Mr. Jaitley, for example, who has filed this defamation case, has the individual resources to fight it, which Mr. Kejriwal doesn't. Would you agree that therefore Mr. Jaitley the riches and the wealth to fight the case, Mr. Kejriwal doesn't have?
Rajdeep, but Rajdeep, Rajdeep, that's a presumption.
Yes.
And if Arun Jaitley is paying 10 lakhs, and if Arvind Kejriwal keeps on accusing people of corruption and has levies serious allegations, why should this, and because of his politics, because of his political gains, because he wants to do propaganda of himself and talk about how great his government is, why should the Delhi exchequer pay for all those ads for his legal battles?
Okay.
Why should we subsidize his cheap politics?
Okay, why should the citizens subsidize the politics of the Aam Aadmi party? Is the BJP's charge? The Aam Aadmi party now saying that Ram Jethmalani will probably waive off his fees. I have run completely out of time. Ashish Khaitan, Shazia Ilmi, thank you very much for joining me on my face-off today, 2 weeks ahead of civic polls.